Welcome to Podthings. I'm Adam Carroll.
And I'm Erika Miller.
You were going to interrupt me.
I was going to interrupt you, yeah.
Why?
Because I wanted to say, you're Adam Carroll.
Should we start introducing each other?
It would be funny.
Why? I
just thought it would be funny to mix it up once.
I guess we could. I was actually thinking about mixing up the intro and not doing it the exact same every time. And then I forgot. So I did it the normal way. Welcome to Podthings.
You're Adam Carroll.
I sure am.
You're Adam Carroll? Here's what you should do. Or what we should do, rather.
What?
2014.
Right.
Dropping a new episode.
Yes.
January 1st.
Yes. We are.
New intro.
Interesting.
Switch it up.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that. And as much as I love the music, it's like one of my favorite songs of all time. I think we're okay on the copyright because it's really very short. But it's probably not great.
So what you're saying is we should have local people tweet us and tell us that they want us to use their music in our intro.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable to me.
Well, whoever tweets us or emails us or comments on Facebook or the website, podthings.ca, leaves us a little message, tells us they want us to get in touch with them and talk about some music stitch, I'm sure we could have them on the podcast.
That's true.
2014 is the year of crossovers.
Year of crossovers.
Maybe. Could be. I guess we have to work that out before we say it's actually the year of crossovers. But I think technically this episode is our last episode of 2013, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Because, then the episode after this comes out January 1st.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So, because it's our last episode and it's so close to Christmas, it's like a holiday festive episode. Or are we being festive?
I'm always festive.
Well, yes.
I don't need a holiday to be festive.
You're always the joy of the season. Any season. You're just joyous.
Now, okay, I feel like you had something to... I was going to start talking, but...
Oh, I was going to say we should kick it off if we're being festive. I have here the always amazing fireplace.
Are you just going to... Is that just going to kind of be in the background?
Well, right now. And then I have a few more things to show later.
Okay.
A little less festive, but this is 2 hours of classic Christmas music with a fireplace.
Oh, well, I don't want the Christmas music. I just want a crackling fire.
How do you not love this, though?
It's kind of weird.
It's a classic.
What I don't get is the the very distinct style of singing from way back.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I guess it's one of those things where people just kind of, that was what you did and no one thought about doing anything else.
Like the Sinatra, Crosby, Martin kind of.
Yeah. Did no one ever go, hey, why don't I try something different?
I don't know. I feel like it was kind of the same when it came to movies.
Yeah.
In that era too, like they all had that way that they spoke.
Right.
And we've kind of lost it. So that's why I like it. It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic for an era I never lived in. So it's a little misplaced nostalgia, but that's okay. Anyway, that's your 2 hours of classic Christmas music with your crackling fireplace. If you would like something a little more modern, have you ever heard of Jon Lajoie?
No.
He is an amazing Montrealer who started out on the internet making just random videos.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 2006, maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, he ended up on this show called The League, which I think is on FX. So now his music videos and stuff are all a little more high quality production value. And this is his Christmas video called Merry Christmas Exclamation Point. And I think it really kind of sums up.
Oh, and it's actually written out that way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, yes, it is. I think it really sums up some of the issues that we have at Christmas time. It's hard hitting. So here we go.
You're the dude from high school I see at the gym, or a friend of a friend, or a second cousin.
See, it's so beautifully done.
Yeah, I have seen this guy, though, now that I see him.
They shoot it just like that opera guy would shoot a music video with the candles on the piano and...
Yeah.
But just because you're not in one of those two categories doesn't mean that I won't still do something special for you. 'Cause Christmas is about giving, so here's what I'll do. I'm gonna send you a Christmas text.
It's a beautiful, beautiful ballad. So now he's going to send some people a Christmas text. Do you ever get those Christmas texts?
I do, actually. I was just going to say that that is a weird thing. How I guess there's some people who just send out like a mass text to everyone. But I'm always like, and it's always someone like surprising that you go, I didn't even know they had my number. Because they've never texted me or called me in my entire life. And I get one of those Christmas texts.
And that's exactly what Jon Lajoie is talking about.
A Christmas miracle.
He doesn't care enough to call, but he doesn't care enough to not do anything at all. So he'll send you a Christmas text. It's a beautiful thing.
So, do you have any strange Christmas traditions? I know a lot of people have, like, their families do weird things during holidays. Or is it pretty standard?
No, my family is not the biggest Christmas family around. So I can't say that we really have any Christmas traditions. My mom always threatens to make turducken every year. That's become a tradition.
What is turducken? It's a turkey inside a duck.
With a chicken in there too. There's a chicken, a turkey, and a duck. I think you
You probably put the... I imagine a duck is smaller than a turkey, isn't it?
Yes. I think you put the chicken in the duck and the turkey.
Now, how do you think the first time someone did that, how do you think that went?
I think somebody was probably high.
It's like, I'm going to stuff some shit into some other shit and enjoy.
It was probably a guy. I can't see a woman deciding to take 3 slaughtered animals and shove them in each other's, like, inner cavities.
That's so sexist.
I really can't see that.
Yeah, it was definitely a dude.
What about people who deep fry turkeys? That can be a fire hazard.
Yeah. Is that, I guess it's people, they're still frozen in the middle and they try and deep fry them. Is that what happens? And then they explode?
You know, I've never actually looked into the actual cooking science of it.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because if you deep fry something that's frozen, I don't think it goes very well.
9 steps to how to deep fry a turkey.
WikiHow, for the record, is pretty awful.
Well, it says step 2 is make the metal handle.
What? You have to make a handle?
Yeah. I guess...
Why don't you put it in the oven?
If you don't have a deep fry basket, you got to place the turkey on its shoulders and spear the wire through it.
Oh my God.
That sounds pretty brutal.
If you don't have what?
If you don't have a deep fryer basket. So it's like, unless you're deep frying it in like an industrial, like KFC.
No, but if you buy like a home deep fryer, it comes with a basket. I guess some people do it. They just literally fill a pot up with oil and boil it.
Like, I've seen them on TV, and people do this outside in like these giant homemade or like giant industrial deep fryers where they don't have a basket, which I don't understand.
That's weird.
And you have to put them away from your house because you can catch your house on fire.
Yeah. Just gonna go make a turkey out in the yard.
There's oil and water involved in this, which sounds like an oil fire to me.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to put water in boiling oil. That seems like a bad idea. Because then it's just gonna boil and spray everywhere.
You fill a bucket with water, and then you put the bucket in the pot to make sure that the water does not go past the top of the bucket. This sounds like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dry the pot. Make sure you dry the pot because if you leave any water in the pot, hot oil and water can be a very dangerous combination. No kidding.
This is probably the most detailed WikiHow I've ever seen. Usually it's so generic that it gives you no information.
This is important stuff.
Yeah.
I could be a redneck person at home right now wanting to cook.
That's so offensive. You're being offensive today.
A deep fried
You're offending
turkey.
Everyone.
I'm not offending
You're
everybody.
offending men and rednecks.
I am offended if you deep fry a turkey.
Why? Some people like everything deep fried.
It's just weird. If you like everything deep fried, you need to reevaluate what you eat.
That's so judgmental.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, but no weird traditions in your family? They don't deep fry turkeys or anything?
No.
No, me neither.
None.
It's pretty standard.
I have no exciting Christmas stories.
I think maybe next year. I didn't really think about it far enough in advance this year, but I think I'm actually going to start celebrating Festivus, like for real. Like that's going to become Christmas.
That's pretty cool.
Because it's...
but you can't decorate the pole, right? Like it's supposed to be...
No, tinsel is too distracting.
Oh. Well, see, we put up a Festivus pole at work.
Oh, yeah.
But
you showed me a picture of that.
They decided to wrap it in tinfoil and some ugly lights and put a Hanukkah...
Oh, well, that defeats the whole purpose
candle
of
holder
Festivus. It's supposed to be not commercial at all.
Well, it's funny
and,
that way.
If you don't know what we're talking about, then you're out of your mind. But for anyone listening to this when, within a reasonable amount of time after it comes out, Festivus is on Monday, December 23rd.
Is it always on Monday, December 23rd?
Well, it's always...
I guess it's not.
It's December
Monday,
23rd. And, it was a... Everybody knows what Festivus is, right?
It's a Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's... Well, see, it was... Festivus is actually a real thing. Like, people... Like, it was on Seinfeld.
Right.
And then...
But, like, the writer celebrated that with his family before like it was on TV, right? Like it was an actual thing that they did. Yeah, he he modified some things, but it was a real thing. I think Dan O'Keefe, I think is the guy's name. He actually wrote a book about it, about the real Festivus. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And so here is the story of Festivus.
I haven't celebrated Festivus in years. What is your interest? Just tell me everything. Many Christmases ago, I went to buy a doll for my son. I reached for the last one they had, but so did another man. As I rained blows upon him, I realized there had to be another way. What happened to the doll? It was destroyed. But out of that, a new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us. That must have been some kind of doll. She was. And at the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year. And is there a tree? No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting. Frank, this new holiday of yours is scratching me right where I itch. Let's do it then. All right. Festivus is back! I'll get the pole out of the crawl space.
Oh, Frank.
Always.
So that's basically the story of Festivus.
It's a beautiful story.
As he rained blows upon.
It's almost as beautiful as the story of Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Do you mean the real one or the made-up one?
I don't know which one is the real one and which one is the made-up one.
Are you sure you don't know?
Are we talking about Santa and Jesus?
Oh, I put those in one category.
Are we talking about the Christian and the pagan version?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about Saturnalia.
Yeah. Well, it's
Solstice.
yeah, but how does the Christian church think they can just get away with that and no one's going to know?
What?
That
Steal pagan ideologies and
yeah. Well, they
iconographies?
they didn't steal them. They just
they borrowed them for a long period of time.
They adopted because they couldn't convert the pagans. So they just conformed their holidays to the pagan holidays so that it would look like they were part of Christianity.
Listen, you must be an infidel atheist the way you're talking.
I wouldn't say that. I'm not. I mean, if the Christian one was how it really, like if the way they presented it was how it really happened, I wouldn't have a problem accepting that. But, you know, it's pretty well known, not by Christians largely, but that's how it went. Would you disagree?
I don't know enough to comment. Other than that, I think both stories are a little ridiculous.
Well, I mean, yeah, I actually have some facts here.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I love facts. Educate me.
and I have a page of facts that, I mean, who knows what the actual source of this is, but this
love that questionable source, but
yeah, well, no, but this aligns. Like, I mean, I wouldn't take any of this verbatim, but this is roughly the story that I've heard many times from many different places. So I think the first one is that I think the historians and stuff, people who study and theologists and I don't know exactly who, but they've figured out that if Jesus was in fact real, he would have either been born, I think, in February or September. They're not sure about that.
That's pretty far apart.
Yeah, and neither of those is December 25th.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
They can pick a date.
Well, but why do they... So why December 25th, you ask?
Oh, why December 25th?
Yeah. So Roman pagans first introduced the holiday of Saturnalia, a week-long period of lawlessness celebrated between December 17th and 25th. And by period of lawlessness, this was serious.
This is like the purge.
Like rape and pillage type lawlessness. It was apparently it was actually horrible.
Well, this guy sure know how to party.
Yeah. So during this period, Roman courts were closed, and Roman law dictated that no one could be punished for damaging property or injuring people during the week-long celebration.
Dude,
this is literally the purge.
The purge.
It's a week-long purge.
The movie is completely ripped off
That's the real Christmas movie. That is the new Christmas movie. That's perfect.
The Purge.
The Purge. Watch that.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas Eve
to you.
Merry Christmas to the Purge.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
What else we got here? This is good. This is good. Let's see.
It's not a horror movie.
Each Roman community selected a victim whom they forced to indulge in food and other physical pleasures throughout the week.
That sounds like that would be delicious, awful torture.
At the festival's conclusion, December 25th, Roman authorities believed they were destroying the forces of darkness by brutally murdering this innocent man or woman.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Well, that's the pagans decided they would do that, and then the Christians just like the date.
So this kind of goes on. There's pagan masses and
history
and things like that. Let's see. So, Christian leaders named Saturnalia's concluding day, December 25th, to Jesus' birthday. Christmas trees are also pagan. Did you know that?
I did. I did know that.
They bring the trees inside and decorate them to remind them that summer is coming back. It's a comfort thing. We're gonna get through the winter because there's this tree here, and it's actually one thing. Probably the one nice thing about the the holiday is that it's there's nothing insidious about that. not like the purging. What do you have there?
This is a Santa Claus second skin suit.
Oh, is that?
It's a full-on like green man suit,
That's the pattern of a Santa costume.
but like Santa.
That's genius. That actually looks.
Think of if somebody came into your bank and robbed you in that thing.
Yeah, as long as the mall Santas don't start wearing those, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah, the mall
'Cause that would
Santas
be
would not
awkward.
be a good candidate for
Well,
this
I think
kind
that's
of
just not enough
outfit.
clothes for kids to be sitting on your lap. That just seems inappropriate.
I was saying that, but in more diplomatic language.
Oh, I thought you meant because they were like, we're not, the mall Santas are shaped like Santa.
Well, that too, but that was
Yeah.
also I was also using diplomatic language because
Oh.
you've said that I'm offending people this evening, so I've toned it down.
I didn't say there was anything
Become more
wrong with you
diplomatic.
offending people.
Okay, I'm going back then. So here's something interesting that I found. A man in China committed suicide in a mall
Oh, I saw that.
after his girlfriend refused to stop shopping.
Yeah, I mean,
The dude leaped 7 floors to his death.
yeah, shit's crazy in China.
Like, she was just like, yo, I want to check out some shoes in this store. I'm going to
Yeah,
be like 10
well, apparently
minutes.
she had been shopping for like 7 hours or something like that.
Well, then go home or get
Yeah,
a beer or
yeah.
like
I mean, yeah, that's the
go
thing.
get a
It's-
bite to eat. Have some, I don't know what they eat in China. Chinese food. I was going to
it's
say
just
go
called-
have some sushi, but
it's
that's
just called food there.
the wrong K. Maybe it's called Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You can
that's
go
a
have some
specific
Kung Pao.
dish. But yeah, see, that's the thing. There was obviously something else going on with this guy that he would just throw himself off of.
Oh, that says to me that that guy had like depression issues or something, mental illness of some sort, which China is not known for being very
Happy.
No, they're just not known for being very open about people with mental illness and diagnosing.
Yeah, it would be like a shameful thing.
It's very interesting. But yeah, pretty sure that probably ruined a few people's Christmas there. They just I can't imagine what would really possess somebody to jump 7 floors in a mall. You're not going to live.
No, well, I don't think he was planning on living.
Blah. I'm sure that woman's probably never going to buy shoes again, or
Like-
she's going to buy a ton of shoes to just drown her shame.
See, if the guy really should have just like tossed himself down like a set of 10 stairs or something, like break a wrist or an ankle or something.
A
Don't
rib.
jump to your death.
Yeah, crack a vertebrae.
Not even that bad, but just something bad. Like if you break your ankle, you
I think that really sums up the disappointment a lot of people feel in the holidays. Because apparently the holidays are one of the most
Yeah.
busy times of the year for
well,
like,
and yeah,
paramedics
I
and
can
law enforcement.
What?
Paramedics and law enforcement, they just get calls all the time.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
suicide
yeah.
calls because it's the holidays. and-
Yeah, well, and yeah, I can understand that because it's everyone's constantly putting in your face. It's like, oh, it's a time for friends and family and everything. If you don't have any friends and family, that would be very depressing
Yeah.
to see that thrown in your face constantly, and everybody's like, oh, Christmas, like everywhere you go, go for a drink and there's a Christmas party there, and it's like, well, I'm here drinking by myself because I'm depressed and don't have friends. And
This is why everybody needs to celebrate Festivus, where they can air their grievances.
it's for the rest of us. Because I actually really like the idea of Festivus because it's a non-commercial, like literally there are no gifts, and
You just tell people how much they've
well,
disappointed
that's
you.
one of the the things. That's the airing of grievances. I have the Wikipedia up here. Now where is? I was right. Dan O'Keefe. That's the guy the writer on Seinfeld.
Your mind is a steel trap, Adam Carroll.
Let's see. Here we go. Customary practices. So the pole,
Mm-hmm.
aluminum pole. Apparently not. That
very
was
unassuming.
something that was fabricated for Seinfeld.
Well, it's very unassuming.
Yeah.
I like it.
So the aluminum pole that is displayed unadorned. The dinner, the actual dinner, not the Seinfeld version, but the original dinner was a turkey or ham followed by a Pepperidge Farm cake decorated with M&Ms.
Cool.
And his book, by the way, is called The Real Festivus by Dan O'Keefe.
Sweet.
And he goes through it all in detail.
What if you don't have Pepperidge Farm? Can I just use Betty Crocker?
Well, yeah, I guess.
What if I just want to make a scratch one?
Well,
do I have to use M&Ms?
I mean, depends how authentic you want to be. If you want to half-ass it, go ahead.
But wouldn't me going on Amazon to find the Pepperidge Farm cake mix contribute to the commercialism of Festivus?
Whatever. So then there's the airing of grievances. So it takes place after dinner has been served. You do it at dinner.
Okay. So you're eating and getting bitched at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
that
I mean, you
sounds
have
like
a little
Christmas
bit
to
of food.
me.
Well, it's because only one person's going to be talking at a time, so everybody else is eating while that person's talking. You'll take turns. So it's you tell everyone else the ways they have disappointed you over the last year.
Okay.
It's a chance for improvement.
Okay. Are you supposed to sugarcoat it, or are you just like hard hitting, like
no?
Straight from the hip.
This description
shoot from the
actually
hip?
says it consists of each person lashing out at others and the world about how they have been disappointed in the past year.
Wow, that is harsh.
So no, you just let it fly. And then so after dinner is the feats of strength.
That's my favorite part.
So
doesn't end until I pin you.
yeah, so the head of the household challenges someone to a wrestling match, and Festivus is not officially over until the head of the household is pinned by the person they select.
That is amazing.
That's Festivus.
Sweet.
But yeah, I actually, you know what though, like as silly as some of this stuff is, the actual concept of it is good. You just wanted something non-commercial that it's basically, I mean, it's almost like Thanksgiving, right? Like Thanksgiving is kind of commercial, but not as bad as some other holidays. And it's really just an excuse for people to, get together and have a meal.
I don't think Thanksgiving is as commercial as it could be. And
no, I think it's way bigger in the U.S.
True. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I've always wished Christmas is much more like Thanksgiving. I would prefer to have a Christmas that is like Thanksgiving.
In what way?
In the way that it's not about buying gifts, it's about giving thanks. And
right. But I would say
sitting there and reflecting on what is good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, you can definitely do that at Christmas.
True. But then you can have feats of strength. It's kind of a weird combination. It makes more sense to do the airing of the grievances and feats of strength.
Well, you could do, and then after that, you could do the thankful part, what you're thankful for.
I guess so.
I'm thankful that I
finally... Is that a Festivus miracle?
That's something I didn't mention that because that's strictly from the show. Just because Kramer in the show kept saying that it's a Festivus miracle.
But it's kind of fun.
Yeah,
it's fun to say.
Yeah, we get a Festivus miracles. So I think, probably next year. If I would have thought of it this year, I absolutely would have done it. But I'll do the whole deal. The poll and the dinner and everything. End it with a wrestling match.
You're a standout man. I like that. I like that plan.
Yeah, because people always, they're like, oh, it's Festivus, but no one actually celebrates it.
Some people do.
Well, some people, but no one I know.
But here's my issue with your celebrating Festivus.
What?
You will not be able to put this on your Festivus tree pole thing.
Well, I can just put it on the wall.
It is a Walter White Christmas ornament.
That's pretty epic. It's like
they have a Jesse one.
Heisenberg with a Santa hat on.
It is. It's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
And I knew that your choice to celebrate Festivus could really screw this up for you.
Well, I can just put it on the wall. I can, you know what? I can celebrate Christmas also if I wanted to.
I guess you could. You know what would be better, though? If they made these and they made them into like car fresheners, air freshener things.
That's what that looks like.
Yeah. I wish it smelled like eggnog or...
It smelled like meth.
Blue, what do they call it? Blue something? Blue candy? Blue something meth? That's what they should make it into. And for Christmas this year, I was going to get you this as a gift. UV Sriracha vodka to ruin all of your cocktail experiences.
No, that
in
would
the
make
new
it
year.
delicious. I'm one of the few people that thinks of prairie fire tastes delicious.
Well, then this is perfect
And-
for you.
And if you don't know what a prairie fire is, just go order one and shoot it.
Isn't it Tabasco and with some kind of whiskey or something, right?
I don't think it's whiskey.
I thought it was.
I
Whiskey
want
or
to say it's
tequila.
vodka. Tequila.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
That
makes
sounds
sense.
terrible.
Tequila, and it's a shot. It's half tequila, half Tabasco.
That sounds really, really bad. I wonder you would enjoy the Sriracha
See,
vodka.
I would rather shoot Tabasco than tequila. If I had to pick one or the other, I would rather shoot Tabasco than tequila.
Yes, me too.
So you know, just split it 50-50 and it's pretty good.
Well, then I'm definitely getting you Sriracha vodka.
Yeah, let's do it.
I also thought that this would be a really good thing for you as well.
What's that?
It is the R2D2 USB car charger.
USB car charger.
I know you're not a huge Star Wars nerd, but it's kind of fun. We'll post this on the website.
Yeah.
Good morning, R2. What was that, R2? Oh, you're right, my phone is at 13%.
Look at how cool this is.
Gold leader, this is Red 5. We are on our way.
It's a really weird
Ready,
video.
R2?
It's amazing. I just really want that thing.
I like that Think Geek does videos for their products. I actually really appreciate that.
It was kind of cute.
Yeah.
It really sold me on the product. I don't really know what the point of it beeping is.
No, well that's the thing. There's
But
not
it's
a
cute.
point. There's no point to most of the things on Think Geek, but they're awesome.
I would totally buy that just so I could plug my phone in.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh, I like the looks of this article.
You like 16 strange Christmas traditions from around the world?
Yes.
Apparently, in Japan, they all have KFC for dinner. And it's so popular, you have to order it weeks in advance to get your KFC.
they do they even really like is Christmas a thing over there, or are they just doing it because it's kind of an American, like it's sort of like just because a lot of them are interested in American culture that
Good question.
they kind of do it.
I think the actual official like religion of Japan is Buddhism
Yeah. I wonder what the the percentage of people.
that are Christian in Japan.
Let's see.
It's a good
How
question.
many Christians are in Japan? Christianity in Japan. I love Wikipedia. Let's see. Approximately 1%
Wow.
claim Christian.
Yeah, I would say this is probably just they
Yeah.
decided they would
So
go
it's-
North American.
Well, yeah, because to them, like how there's a lot of people here who are super into Japanese culture. A lot of the Japanese people are into American culture, which is really interesting. Like, apparently, I have a friend who went to Japan, and he said it was like being a celebrity. And he's like 6'4" and like 250 pounds and blonde hair, so he really, really stands out in
Right.
somewhere like Japan. And he said it was like being a celebrity. Like he said he'd if he walking down the street for 10 minutes, like 3 people would want a picture with him. Because it's just so
Interesting.
so rare for them to, like, I mean, there's got to be a decent amount of white people there. No?
Oh yeah, I would say probably in the bigger cities.
Yeah. But I think it's someone told me that it's kind of a thing where it's like it's cool because they see all of the Hollywood movies. So any American-looking people kind of just look like movie stars because that's just what they're used to seeing as Hollywood, I guess.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Makes sense, though.
Greenland has an interesting Christmas tradition, and it's eating kiviak, which is apparently a bunch of local birds called auks, and they put them in a seal skin and sew them up and seal it with grease, and then you like take it out months later and you eat it.
Nice. So it's like Japanese turducken. Or where is this from?
Greenland.
Oh, Greenland. Okay. Oh, yeah, they do weird shit in places like that, right?
It's a little strange. In Catalonia, they have statues of people shitting
Yeah.
called a kaganer.
Interesting.
That's weird. The Ukraine puts spider webs on their Christmas trees.
Oh, interesting. I'm curious. Do any of these countries really celebrate Christmas though? Like how?
Ukraine does.
Yeah, Ukraine for sure does. But yeah, that's interesting.
I
guess
think
it's
Greenland
fairly-
would.
Yeah, maybe.
Italy would. They have La Befana, who it's a witch who flies on a broom.
Nice. They
And
got it
she gives-
confused
and she
with
gives treats
Halloween.
to people.
Yeah, they definitely got it confused with Halloween. There's some lost in translation there.
She's a little ugly.
Well, it's a witch.
Well, then they've done a good job.
I don't know why witches don't make themselves really hot, because wouldn't that be way more effective?
Because they're witches and they have that power?
Yeah, they totally could. Why wouldn't you? Why would you let yourself be horrific looking?
I don't know. Maybe it's more fun that
You
way.
wanna
You
be
scare
scary.
people.
Well, no, but wouldn't the move be to look really good and then all of a sudden at the last second just turn horrible and scare them with it? No? That's what I would do. Okay, I've got a map of Christianity.
Okay.
Here's the chart. That's probably more useful. So percentage of Christian. Okay, so as you're going through these, I can tell you the percentage that are Christian. So
Caracas, Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Caracas.
This isn't alphabetical?
You got to search it.
Yeah.
Venezuela.
Venezuela is 98% Christian.
That's pretty amazing. Because how many Catholics are in Venezuela?
It
was like 92%, I think it said, right?
Percent Catholic, yeah, it was 92.
Because they close the streets in Caracas so people can roller skate to church.
Nice.
So you got all these people, all these Catholic people roller skating in their Sunday best to church.
I would roller skate. I wouldn't go to church. Am I a heretic?
Maybe.
I'm not anti. I think I've
you
said
did
this.
some of the sacraments too.
Well, yeah, that was more of a that was more tradition than anything. Just for I don't know, because my parents made me and said I should, even though they don't really go to church or anything. But no, I'm not anti-religion. I just, as long as if you're doing your thing, that's cool. Just not my thing.
Do you guys stir the Christmas pudding like the Brits do?
I've never had Christmas pudding, and I don't think I want to.
I don't really know what it is, other than it's got plums in it, and it's got brandy. And you make it for 5 weeks ahead of time, which is I think that's weird, personally. And then you bathe it in brandy and you set it on fire. That part sounds kind of cool. I wouldn't mind that. I think my greatest culinary journey in life is to eat baked Alaska.
I've had one of those. It's very good.
Well, I'm jealous.
I think. Wait, which one is that?
The one where they flambe it in front of you and they pour the alcohol on it and they set it on fire. And it's I think it's an ice cream dish.
Well, I don't know if I flambéed it. Are you looking it up?
I am looking it up.
Oh, you beat me to it. Yeah, because I may have made one. But maybe mine was...
It's known as a Norwegian omelet? That's so weird. Why would I want to eat that? See? Oh, it has Christmas pudding in it.
Oh, weird.
Ice cream with sponge cake or Christmas pudding and meringue. So it's basically
then,
the New Year's dish.
Right.
Sweet.
And what Yeah. It's I guess you can. It's put in the oven, right? You bake it in the oven. It's called a baked Alaska. Yeah.
Yes, because you make it. It's a meringue essentially.
Yeah, I did make that in junior high.
That's so
in
weird.
The home ec class.
That's such a weird choice.
Yeah. It was fascinating to everyone because we're putting ice cream in the oven and it doesn't melt.
It's weird.
That is
meringue,
weird.
pistachio ice cream, sponge cake, or Christmas pudding. Sounds pretty delicious. February 1st is Baked Alaska Day in the U.S., so I think I need to celebrate that day and get myself some Baked Alaska. That could be I'm going to come up with a list of things for the January 1st episode. And I know you don't like Christmas, New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
But I'm totes putting this on my list. It's just going to be the most ridiculous resolutions ever. Next episode. That is my goal. But anyway, yeah, cool. Also Bananas Foster. This is why this speaks to me. I love Bananas Foster.
What is that?
It is basically caramelized bananas. You slice up bananas and you make a caramel sauce with rum and butter and brown sugar, and you just like
that sounds delicious.
Sear these bananas in it. It's so good. You just eat it on your own. You're supposed to put it on ice cream or like waffles or something, but you just eat it by itself. It's amazing. Anyway, Christmas pudding. Who knew? Didn't know. Not British. Okay, I am British somewhat, but didn't realize. Mexico has this night of the radishes. You just carve up radishes as historical figures and like basically make a nativity scene out of it.
Huh.
That's a little strange. This is one of my favorites. Austria, and also I think in Bulgaria, because I have a friend who's Bulgarian. Krampus.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was German.
It could be German too, because it says Austria here. So I'm assuming it's probably those like more Slavic countries, Germanic. Terrifying. What a terrifying thing to have.
But it's always funny when you see like a picture of like a baby with a Krampus and it's like laughing and smiling.
Is it Krampus or Krampus?
I thought it was Krampus. It's like Krampus because it's that you have to say it with that accent.
You have to yell it.
The Krampus
because you're German.
Yeah. You
have to scream it at somebody.
It's that German or Austrian kind of accent. Let's see.
Krampus Cotton.
There's no pronunciation on here, but
go to dictionary.com.
This is
they
pre-Christian Germanic traditions that started in Germany. I'm just going to Google
sometimes
Krampus
said to be the son of hell.
Pronunciation.
That's pretty good.
Well, isn't it that
that's Norse mythology, but that's pretty cool.
Isn't the story there though that he comes and I don't know if they say he's going to kill some kids or something. It's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, if you're bad or something, he like steals you away or kills you or something.
Yeah, I think you get kidnapped.
They're pretty intense about it. My friend who's like Bulgarian or whatever, she's like, this Krampus stuff is definitely terrifying. And she's like 20-something years old too, and she's like, that stuff, you don't outgrow it. You're always terrified of it.
I don't know what this means right here. The little U that looks like a horseshoe.
That's weird.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
I'm going to play the sound.
Krampus.
Krampus.
Krampus. Krampus.
That's terrifying.
Krampus.
That's so unsettling, that voice. Let's do it again.
Krampus.
Right.
Krampus. Krampus.
Yeah.
Krampus.
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 There you go.
Terrifying. It's just terrifying stuff. In Norway, they hide brooms. In Sweden, they eat rice pudding, and they hide a lone almond that has been, like, shaved or whatever, peeled. It's kind of weird. And that's about it.
See, and I like that we're talking about this stuff as if it's weird, but then in those other countries, they're like, in North America, they think a fat guy flies in on a sled driven by flying reindeer You know, like,
it is kind of a strange story.
It's just as crazy. Or
the dude leaves
or
his
if you want to
gifts
even
under
get
a tree.
it's like they
comes down a chimney. Looks like
Yeah.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. Yeah, it is. It's strange all around.
I have two more videos for you.
Okay.
This one is pretty awesome. Do you like Home Alone?
Yes, I do.
Then you will love
I
this
like the
version.
first two.
Okay, this one sums up the first version of Home Alone.
Okay.
And it is narrated by a child with pug puppies.
Okay.
Home Alone is about a boy named Kevin that gets grounded before they leave to France, and then they leave him at home. They go on the plane, and they think they're gonna miss it, but they don't. And the mom says, I feel like we forgot something. Kevin! I made my family disappear.
I don't think I've ever seen a video that's been any cuter.
Train you filthy animal.
I'm not a really big fan of pugs, but this is pretty amazing. It makes me want to have one just so I can do this.
Because he is rich, the wet bandits. The first thing the robbers do is they check to see if anyone's home. Kevin is the only one home, and he set some fake people up so the robbers think that the fake people are actually home, but it's not actually them, because they're being outsmarted by an 8-year-old little boy.
Look at its eyes.
They
Oh.
try to come in like Christmas ornaments down, so they step on the feet. This is my house, and I have to defend it. He puts
Like
a
the
hot
the
thing
quotes
on the
like
handle,
dropped
so
in
when
there.
He opens it, it burns his hand. You guys give up yet? Or you thirsty for more?
The bucket swings by.
Tarantula on the bad guys.
It was
heads
sleeping.
and
The
spins like
pug woke up.
He puts a zip line to his treehouse, so when they zip across, they get stuck in the middle, and then he cuts the line, and then the robbers are gone away and at jail, and Kevin is okay.
Look, Kevin's okay. The little pug gets to meet its mom again.
Thanks for watching. For more
It was so cute.
I feel like, have we talked about this before?
What?
The guy Daniel Stern, the guy who plays the other criminal, like not Joe Pesci, but
Marv?
the other guy. Yeah, plays Marvin. I love that guy. Like, he is fantastic in that movie.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like, he is good, but
oh, he's great.
I don't think I've ever seen him in anything else.
No, I don't think I have either. But like when there's when the spider's on his head and he just starts screaming, I'm like, that's incredible. Like, just he is brilliant in that movie. Like, it's it's kind of a goofy kids movie.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really get that kind of attention, but he was amazing in it. Like, what I don't know. I don't think he's been in anything terribly huge since then. Yeah, and he's like some guest spots on TV and
Oh, he was on Hey Arnold in 1998.
yeah, and Dilbert. Yeah, I guess he does a lot of voice stuff.
That's pretty cool.
He was did a voice on Family Guy, A Christmas Story 2.
Nice. Nice.
Episode of Workaholics.
I love Home Alone. I think the second one is better for Christmas because it's so like he goes to New York.
Yeah, we'll see.
And you see the woman with the pigeons and stuff, and like that, the little memories song. It makes you want to cry every time you hear it. Yeah.
Memories song.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember the lyrics,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Good time.
My last video for you is apparently a Reddit and MST3K holiday tradition. I don't know what MST3K is. I have zero idea.
I have heard that before and I forget.
Anyway, this is their tradition. Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what that means. Damn abbreviations. It's called Let's Have a Patrick Swayze Christmas.
Nice.
So
Because who doesn't want to have a Patrick Swayze Christmas?
Get ready for this.
Yeah.
Steal
Let's do
yourself.
Open up your heart and let the Patrick Swayze Christmas gather at the Roadhouse
Name drop.
with our next of kin.
Can be our regular Saturday night thing. Decorate a bar stool and gather round and sing. Oh, let's have a Patrick Swayze Christmas this year.
It's such a weird video.
They're so serious about
Yeah.
this. Look, they got their soloist picked out and everything.
Word that Santa has been stealing from the till. I think that right jolly old elf better make out his will. Oh, let's have a Patrick Swayze Christmas one and all. And this will be the haziest. Pain don't hurt.
I think that's from Roadhouse.
Not to be nice.
Pain don't hurt.
It's going to be the Swayziest Christmas of them all. Nicely done.
It stinks.
That was excellent. I feel like that is a great way to just remember the reason for the season.
Patrick Swayze.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he played a pedophile in Donnie Darko.
I didn't like that movie, so I don't remember that movie much.
It's really good.
Other than it was just weird, and I thought it was weird, and it was disturbing.
Once you kind of wrap your head around what's actually happening, if you can actually figure out what's literally happening in the movie, it's way better.
You know what? That makes me think of something. I do have a Christmas tradition.
Oh yeah?
I watch Zoolander.
Oh, I've never seen the whole thing.
It's amazing. It's a Christmas movie for me. I watch Zoolander, and I watch A Christmas Story. Sometimes I watch Love Actually, which the internet has been crazy about lately. But Zoolander, there you go. That's my Christmas tradition.
I've watched parts of Zoolander, and I just can't get into it.
I guess I am having a Zoolander Christmas. Not a Patrick Swayze Christmas.
No.
But
my Christmas movies are, it's a lot of the ones that I watched like when I was younger. The Charlie Brown Christmas, Garfield Christmas, and I don't really like the Grinch, like the old one. I didn't even really like it that much when I was a kid. I don't think it was on. I mean, it was better than nothing when I was a kid, but it wouldn't have been my first choice. And that weird the weird those elves. The hell is that elf's name? The one who wanted to be a dentist.
I don't know.
You've never seen that?
Nope.
Like the claymation thing?
Nope.
It's from like the 70s or
I hate
something.
claymation. That stuff is terrifying.
I'm just gonna Google elf who wants to be a dentist.
I kind of remember that, but I don't like the old like Rudolph, the reindeer thing.
Hermie the elf.
That's
the
weird.
character. Oh, it is the Rudolph movie.
Do, 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 do.
1964.
I feel like I have Christmas songs in my head now. Except
Here's,
for I'm thinking of Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas now. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, wasn't a big fan of that either. I can't stand the voices.
I like it because it's annoying.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. That seems like a reason for you to like something. Don't do that. I'm gonna drop the pitch in post on that one.
Herbie doesn't like to make toys. Herbie doesn't like to make toys. Herbie doesn't like to make toys. Herbie doesn't like to make
He's an elf, and he doesn't want to make toys.
Do you mind telling me what you do want to do? Well, sir, someday I'd like to be a dentist.
Oh my God!
Dentist? Well, we need one up here. I've been studying. It's fascinating. You've no idea. Molars and bicuspids and incisors. Now listen.
listen, you're an elf, and elves make toys. Now get to work.
Wow. They're unnecessarily mean to the guy. The guy has ambitions.
Not for you. Finish the job or you're fired.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's going to read his dentistry.
And he was going to sing a song about wanting to be a dentist, apparently.
Yeah.
It's an interesting choice.
It is.
Just like I was thinking that was a ripoff, like Elf ripped that off with Will Ferrell, but his dad is not a dentist. His dad is a book publisher guy.
Yeah, but it is kind of the
So-
same. I think it's sort of the same concept. It's like kind of a misfit elf who wants to try something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he were Charlie Brown, they'd call him a blockhead and tell him he's hopeless.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And
With
then
Charlie
they would all
Brown.
say good grief. And then Linus would come out and tell everybody about Jesus, and then the whole thing would be over. That is
That's
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, that literally is the Charlie Brown.
We covered a lot in this episode.
We did. We got range.
We got range. You're sitting here drinking your Festivus beer. That's why I had my eggnog mixed with milk.
Yeah.
For somebody
You
who's
had to-
lactose intolerant, that was a
Oh.
poor choice, but tasted amazing.
Is there lactose in eggnog?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yeah, it's made, most of it's cream.
Okay.
It's like
So
straight
it's
up
not just
cream.
like, I don't know. I thought maybe because it was there, eggs might have been substituted for something else.
No, it's like mostly cream.
Hmm.
And that is why it's fatty and delicious. So delicious.
Not like this beer.
No, that is negative calories, what you just drank.
Yeah.
Because it's a Coors.
Yeah. Not light though. It's just the Coors.
It's just a Coors.
I don't see these very often. I don't know. Good times.
You obviously don't have a craft beer advent calendar.
No, I do not. Is
Maybe
that a
next
thing?
year. Could be, yeah. It is a thing now.
Where
New advent calendars.
how does that work? Do you like is it kind of laid out like a big checkerboard and you put the beers on each day?
Yep. You pop them out and you drink them.
But I feel like it would be almost like it would look sort of like a twister mat.
I've never actually
And
seen one
then-
in person. I saw a beer advent calendar that somebody had made on the internet, and it was literally they just wrote a bunch of numbers on a box and then cut them open with an X-Acto knife and pulled a beer out. But I'm assuming that you just, write 25, 24 days of different beers and you try one each day.
Let's see.
You just buy 24 different beers.
Okay. I see. Well, yeah, this is probably what you're talking about here.
Yes.
Where so it's like they get the case of cans and write the numbers on the top over top of the cans and you cut them out.
Mhm.
Actually, that's interesting when they cut them out like that and open it like the advent calendars. That's actually really clever.
It's kind of cool.
I like that. Well, maybe I'll have to do that. I could just do that every month.
You could have a beer advent calendar every month. You could just have a beer calendar.
Yeah. And I'll stack them up. So it'll be like 12 cases. I'll stack them up and when one's done, I'll just take it off and move on.
It's a lot of empties.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Think
to
of all
take it
that
back.
money I'll get back. I can't afford not to. So yeah, this comes out. What does this come out? Wednesday. So the 18th. So it'll be exactly 1 week until Christmas
Mhm.
when you're listening to this. So you still have lots of time to do shopping. At
Tons.
least. So
You can start on the 24th
yeah.
at 9 a.m. You could get it done.
You don't have to start at 9. There's no reason to get up early. Just sleep in.
Okay.
No, you know what? Around about 4 o'clock.
I trust you because you're a man. So
Yeah. No, well,
you've
I've
experienced this.
years ago. It's I worked at Walmart for a while years ago, and the morning is a poor choice. It's packed. 24th in the morning. About 4 o'clock, just dead. Not a single person anywhere.
You've
so,
heard it here, folks.
Yeah. So if you're fine with just grabbing whatever's left, there will not be a person in like a mall or anything.
You may not have your choice of Jenga.
No.
They might be out of Jenga.
That's a possibility all the time.
For your Jenga lover, you could be
Jenga lover.
You could be in the doghouse. But
yeah,
that's quality life experience advice that somebody should be paying you for.
That's true. So if you want to send me some money.
He has a PayPal account.
I do.
You could wire it to me. I also have a PayPal account.
You don't want to do that.
I'm very fiscally responsible.
That's not fun, though.
It is when it comes to Christmas.
Well,
it's the one for me, two for them approach. Just kidding. Two for me, one for them.
Well, that was a weird noise.
That kind of was.
That came out of my mouth.
I made a weird noise
involuntarily
at a theater one time.
What?
I was watching a play and I was trying to stifle my cough because for a while there I had that cough, and I made this noise that sounded kind of like a dying animal.
Nice.
In the middle of this play.
Like what kind of dying animal? Was it a cough?
It was like I was trying
Were
to
you like
stifle
trying
the
not to
cough.
and
Yeah.
you're like,
yeah, I was like like a dying like pterodactyl or something.
One time my phone started playing a podcast in a theater.
It's pretty awesome.
That was back when there was a bug in the podcast app. It's since been fixed, which is really nice. But they're talking about a podcast app. But it was a thing where, because if you're listening to something and then someone calls you, it'll pause the music,
right,
and then continue playing after you hang up.
Right.
The podcast app does the same thing, except there's a glitch that even if you weren't listening to something and someone tried to call you, when the call was over, it would start playing whatever was playing last.
Oh.
So I was in a theater and somebody was calling me. It was on vibrate, so I was just gonna ignore it. And then I hear this like talking. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Shut up! Don't you know we're in a movie theater?
And I was like, that's my freaking phone. So then I had to pull it out and I had to like unlock it and go into the app and pause it. It was not
Bet
good.
everybody wanted to lynch you later.
And I'm like, well, that must have seemed so weird to everyone because I pull it out and it's literally like people talking. Like it's not even music. It's like a podcast.
It's not Pitbull.
At least it wasn't something super inappropriate, which does happen a lot. Kevin Smith is not a,
He doesn't hold back. No holds barred.
No, he is not. Those are not podcasts.
Man
you wanna
speaks
listen
his
to in
mind.
public. Good thing we're a family-friendly show.
Yeah.
For the most part, we are.
Today I got out of hand.
Yeah, you were out of hand. I was just talking about how Christmas is a sham, but you were out of control.
I was. Offending Chinese people in China who eat Chinese food.
Anyway, this is going on far too long. So, make sure, do us, you know what? The gift you can give us for Christmas is to share the podcast with a friend.
Share Podthings with your Oma. Tell her Happy Hanukkah. Merry Kwanzaa.
Yeah. Just send it out,
Merry Christmaka. Happy Kwanzmas.
Anyway.
Any other holidays I've missed.
But yeah, so, you can see everything we talked about, all the videos and everything on podthings.ca, episode something, whatever it is. I don't know. Obviously, if they're listening, that you know who. I mean, you know which one it is.
Last episode of the season.
Yeah, there you go. And facebook.com/podthings, twitter.com/podthings. All
Tweet
that good
us.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Good times.
Let us know what you do for the holidays. We'll reply back. You can come to our Festivus.
Yeah, totally. We'll have a Festivus. We'll have Festivus Day on Twitter. We'll air grievances on Twitter. That's what we need to do.
That is, yes.
Okay, so air us your grievances on December 23rd. Hashtag something.
Podthings grievance.
We'll work on that. That's long. That's long. Anyway, I'm Adam Carroll.
And I'm Erika Miller.
Podthings.
It's that time. Christmas time is here. Everybody knows there's not a better time of year. Hear that sleigh. Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. Got a ton of stuff to celebrate. Now it's getting closer. I can't wait. This old house sure is looking good. Got ourselves the finest snowman in the neighborhood. Ain't it fun? Always on the run. That's how it's done on Christmas vacation. Let's all let the homes and light the lights. Get a toasty fire burning bright. Give beneath the warmest welcome that he's ever had. We're so glad it's Christmas vacation. And when the nights are peaceful and serene,